the Bean Squad seem to be all tuckered out. Oh, but Jonas is in. What a welcome, friend. Sorry, the Bean Squad was a bunch of rabble-rousers posting bean emotes when I was getting ready earlier. Sorry it's taken so long to get to you this evening, but... Ooh, and Shaunerus, this puts you in the lead this month. So it puts you in the lead with 3. Fearless and Ortrizzi have 2, and everybody else has 1. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. And Nova and Kakazi, Wato and welcome. You say something! The wobbling Bean Squad.
Oh man, look at this. Slipped.
Why did you like this? It's why you wanted to be in the background, isn't it? This book is horrifying. Fill this jam with beans! I mean, do it. Do it. Do it, coward. Bet you won't. Oh. So nurse sharks have a pair of pectoral fins that use to walk along the ocean floor. And the caudal fin comes in different shapes and sizes. And the caudal fin of the zebra shark is almost as long as its body. There you go. There's your shark fact. Well, I have to once again look at this motherfucker smoking a seal. Oh, it's only gonna get worse. You want the next pages? Teeth. How fitting. Oh, Wato and welcome, friends. Come on in, come on in. You know what? I'm not surprised. I don't know why I think I'm surprised. How are you all doing? So, sorry it took so long to get going. Today's not been a bad day. It took me a long time to work out that alongside all of this nonsense, my body's also doing a big old detox, which probably explains like my failure to launch today. But, you know, it's good for me, as much as it annoys me to admit. Can't win them all. So, it's not going to be a particularly long stream this evening, just because I'm definitely still recovering. Next week is going to be a proper week of streams. I am already mapping it out as we speak, except for Saturday, which will be sober, but that's a different story. Okay, and Shaunerus, that's interesting. Myself, Ems, Little Fire, and whoever else we managed to rope into next Friday is when we're going to try Firebreak. I know it's been ages since we've done Sea of Thieves, and... For a second there, I thought Kakazi was just being lovely. It's just more beans. It's more beans. Oh, you know what I could do? I can't have toast, but I could have beans and then use the bread to just sop it all up. I'm having beans later. I'm doing it. Absolutely chaotic beans. Agent Chaotic Beans would be a good handle, Kakazi, if we ever get back for any kind of spy shit or any like SCP shit. Because we've got Riot Cheese, Anarchy Cider, Gin Likely. I'm trying to remember a few of the other ones. Sturdy Table. Why you like this?
Why are you like this?
Little Fire has been an absolute... Oh, Nova! That's really fucking kind of you, thank you. That's really fucking kind of you. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember everyone's Black Watchman handles. For game news, there isn't too much to talk about today. there was a little if you want to chat about it. And again, Chaunerus, thank you for letting me know the state of Firebreak.
Instead of asking for a shark fact, I have a fact for you.
Okay.
Sharks have existed on Earth longer than the rings of Saturn and longer than the North Star.
Absolutely. In fact, sharks pretty much perfected existence and have only gotten smaller. Numbers, thank you for the bits as well, friend. How you doing? Come on in, friends, coming in. So, fuck you guys! Little Fire, like 10 minutes ago, being like, is it okay if I just hang around in the background, you know? So, oh, you know, if you want to come join me, like, no, I just want to sit in the background. Now I know why. This is so bad! No, look at this shit. It's shark and teeth! Such a terror. Wouldn't know this one. Meal cooked for them. Attention, care as soon as they get back in. I even cook them food that I can't eat right now.
Wow, imagine.
Oh, okay. So scientists think that sharks' teeth actually evolved from scales, covering their lips rather than from bone structure, explaining the way in which they grow in so quickly. Yeah, how's that back going from that hard carry? And Falcon, how are you doing?
Another shark fact. The new Digimon game, Time Stranger, will have a brand new Digimon called Sharkmon.
Fucking course. Although, on Digimon rules, Premium Will is tired. On Digimon rules, that doesn't necessarily mean it's actually going to be a shark. Like, it could be a dude in Levi's with machine guns for arms, or something. Don't even know. Oh, Falcon, what's SummerCon? Of course it's a cyborg shark. I guess I'm just not that lucky. And yeah, so, and Shumbut, good to see you. Watto, and welcome. Jumami, hello.
A dude in Levi's with machine guns for arms? I think I've seen that guy at the gym.
And Vershi, thank you for the bits. What is this Gaim you speak of? So, I found a fascinating little tiny game this afternoon called Pale Abyss. It's only about an hour long. I'd like to share it with you. For game news, I didn't think there was anything worth talking about. God damn it. Oh yeah, Comic-Con in Pulley-Up? I was wondering if it was like another Updog situation.
No, it's actually it's like down by I think it's east of Federal Way.
Okay, because I once got Falcon live on sober with the Ohio. I'm fine, thank you. Oh, hi, how are you? And I'm waiting for the revenge. It's been years, but I'm still waiting. Yeah, Pulley-Up. In fairness, I sped Spookan as Spook Kane for a long time just to annoy people. I very much weaponized my nonsense. And there's the beams. And Fred Watto, and welcome. Yeah, Spook Kane. One thing I didn't realise is how fucking far away it is.
What's working?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So far.
Arkansas is another fun one. And Lance, howdy, howdy, howdy. Oh God, what's in general? Beans! Verdant, can I use that for social media? Is that okay? Beans! Okay. Oh, God.
Had a heated conversation with my friends in the mall and how long it takes to get anywhere. I suggested we just segue to the next hot topic.
I might need more tea. Oh, okay, no. I'm definitely moving slowly today, friends. Thank you for the 200 bits. That was terrible. That was terrible. Oh, nice! Falcon, congrats! So considering it's your first tattoo, have you already started to plan your second? Because that's usually what happens. Sorry, I have to inform the world of the excellent beans. You got the one. You're okay. All right. The vibes will catch you too, friend. They'll catch you too. Okay. Actually, Vershi, I don't know if you showed me when we were all drinking post-sober, but... Oh, and Reflective. Sorry, I didn't see you sneak on in there. Bear Toast, I hope I said hi as well. What-ho and welcome. Good evening, friends. I have stories of yore, weird indie gems, and I was just checking the hot sheets, and honestly, again, there's nothing really to get stuck into. The follow-up to Hypnospace Outlaw has probably been cancelled, but...
Will's putting the kin in cantankerous today.
I would say I've been... I was trying to make a pun with lethargic and can, but it wasn't fitting. You're all terrible. You're all terrible. Oh, and I guess the only other thing that popped up today that was lovely was that the Lies of P DLC has done so well that the entire team has gotten bonuses and a Switch too, which is lovely. And just very, very quickly, the rumors of Tencent buying Nexon apparently are false, but we'll see how it goes. Oh yes, and 2 weeks extra PTO, which is lovely. It's just rare we get a news story where it's just games sold well, team treated good. I feel we should celebrate that, you know? Well, so Falcon, Nexon's still a publicly traded company, and there's ways that you can brute force a sale. You can essentially do Oh, god darn it. My brain is very slow today. There's a proper term for it where you make an offer that's so generous that the board can't turn it down. And Tencent has that kind of fuck you money. I don't know who's currently in the top rankings, but for a time, Tencent and Alibaba were the two big super companies on the planet. Yeah, exactly, Lance. That's not very AAA of them. And Saren, Watto and welcome. Hello, hello. So, apologies for starting so very late. As I was saying, I think I cracked the code on this one that it's not as much the tooth recovery as essentially detox, because I'm off the booze now and have been since, what, Monday? So my body's like, hey, where's the anxiety-removing Zoom juice?
You know, like, it could be worse, because you were already cutting back anyways.
Yeah. It's like it's not like I have the fucking DTs or anything like that. So, apologies for this kicking off so late. But one thing came across my feed today that I wanted to share with you all, and I wanted to share with you a different time. Like a different me, essentially. So I was having a look at my memories, and E3 2015 popped up on my feed. As did also the end of the Horsham Bollock. But I don't know if you want to see the gigantic testicle statue that used to stand in Horsham. The business world was a jump scare. I mean, I don't know if you all wanted to look at that or talk about it. It's more likely than you think. Dig statue incoming. Oh no, so Falcon, where the Creative Assembly is based out of in the UK, there used to be this gigantic statue that was supposed to represent the world being peeled open. It looked like a giant torn testicle. It was originally commissioned for Oxford, and they went, fuck no, so Horsham bought it on the cheap. And it was, all right, I'll just show you it. This is the last moments before the Horsham Bollock fell. You can see the tearing on the side. What was fucking funny about it was that it would rise, and when it got to the top, it would gush out water as it sank. So it was literally a gushing testicle in the middle of Horsham. The Shelley Fountain, they called it. We all called it the Torn Bollock. And yeah, in June 2016, the bollock was gone. Forever taken from this world. But no, I was looking over this and I wanted to show you, like, this is the story of a will from a different time. I've talked to you all a lot about how, I don't know, how I'm much, much happier where I am. I really enjoy doing this for a living. But the will of there, I always thought that what I wanted to do was be the guy, right? Be the guy in charge, have nobody above me telling me what to do, and then I'd be happy, you know, climb the ladder and whatnot. And this was from that time. We were doing the Xbox announcement of Ion, which is a game I worked on, which will never see the light of day. In a few years, my NDA will be up for Ion, and I'll be able to show you it. So I thought I'd show you some snippets from 2015. I don't remember what happened to Boy in the band, but I met him at the airport. This was seconds before Dean came out on stage and announced Ion, and there was a very, very fancy 100% outsourced CGI trailer from, it was either Blur or Platige, one of those ones. But yeah, this is my view. Fun fact, back in the day when Xbox used to do these press conferences, you see all the people down in the pit. they're all either fans or Microsoft employees. They're all wearing the Xbox shirts. So when people would come out on stage and they'd be that, whoa, they stacked the deck. I'm up in the bleachers with the journos. This was also the press conference when they unveiled the smart glass, or whatever Microsoft were calling it. It was going to be Minecraft, but on the augmented reality goggles. Never went anywhere. There's Day 9 with hair. This was the rehearsal for the OG PC gamer setup. HoloLens, thank you, Fearless. I mean, Kakazi, it's smart. Like, you've got to make it seem like your press conference is jumping. Yeah, double duck face on that one. My friend Beverly drawing my picture at, I think it was Koreatown in LA. And yeah, this is the year of Uncharted 4 and Dark Souls 3. Tversky had a press conference of 4 seasons. Yeah, Mad Max dropped that year, so there was a sweet-ass car. The thing about E3 is that it is still a professional event, so it doesn't feel like a PAX or a con. I don't know, we've been talking so much about the E3 of yore, and we've been talking so much about Summer Games Fest, and this came up on my memories today, and I was like, ooh, friends of old and whatnot. God, Man v Game. I hope he's doing good. I know he he went through it. Lovely gentleman, I've met him a fair few times. Fucking Major Nelson. Do you still keep your rank when you retire? Is he still a major?
When you retire, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, oh Lance, this is gonna be a lot of jump scares and folks of yore. Wait till you see the peak jump scare in this one. Because the thing is, even with me trying to be a business wanker, I have no cool. I have no cool about me. So I was like, yo, getting photos, why not? Some homies, some just, you know, usual type stuff. Again, I can't help but reiterate that the vibe of E3 was upbeat but professional, like it's a work event. For all the drama and the nonsense. I forget who that is. I think he was a StarCraft shoutcaster who moved into like general esports, but I used to know who that was. Jin, everybody. It's great for removing old memories. The Funhouse crew. Lawrence I still talk to. Lawrence, sorry. Lawrence is in chat. Lawrence I still talk to. The other two I didn't really get to know, and I can't remember which of them got in trouble, but don't even worry about it. Smart Glass was the phone company stuff. Yeah.
Will in a dress shirt? I don't believe it's real.
Yeah, no. And Akira Zero, this isn't even the most formal. Back when I was a youngling, one of my first proper full-time jobs was retail in suit hire. So every day, 3-piece suit, whole shebang. One of the reasons why I dress as haggard and shitey as I do these days is because I know what it's like to dress formal daily and never again. Oh, and to Dreamer, did I say hi? I hope I did. I don't remember what happened to Jack from Rooster Teeth. I used to talk to him a fair wage. Lucy James! Lucy James is absolutely a homie, and their husband is lovely. And that's who was rocking the stage Summer Games Fest this year, which was fucking cool. I don't know if any of the outside extra lot are here, but I mean, when an entity splits up, you're still a fan. You know, I'm still a fan of the old classic Xbox sent you a message. Yeah, and this was just after Outside. This was a couple years after Outside Xbox set up, and they were really taking into stride. What was interesting is there were two guys working on that, and the other dude, who was arguably far more funny, he ended up doing like corporate film work. We had him on the show a couple years back to play Monster Hunter, Mr. Pointyhead, and he's fucking cool. I didn't really chat to him much beyond that. He wasn't really in the UK game scene, but yeah, Andy. But Outside Xbox, Outside Extra, and all of that has done really well, and he just slowly built that, you know, and it's given us a lot of really good stuff. So can't fault him for taking basically Xbox's fumble. Yeah. I think that's Hat Films. But I met them at OG Minecon. I haven't checked in to see what they're doing in 10 years. Sorry, this is as much as a trip down E3 as a where are they now? Yeah! So that's Alex on the far right, Octopimp, who we read into. In the middle, that's Megaran. Man, being a parent ages you. I'm sorry. I was like, Megaran looks super young in this. He's had a kid. Look at those two cheeky chappies. Whether or not they're just very, very good at pretending like they recognize me or they still recognize me, I don't know. And honestly, I don't mind. Sorry, I guess this is very self-indulgent. I've got some weird indie stuff to show you, to be good. I mean, Lance, everybody's got a good shaker picture, but good Greg photos are hard to come by. There is the single worst photo you will ever see of Cliffy B. This was backstage before the very first PC gaming show that ran over by several hours that I was talking to you about. I thought I was going to die in that. This was well before Lawbreakers had launched and died. Why does this look like a Saw trailer? It kinda does. Lance, no one's made me a Wikipedia page. I'm not on there. So you can't even put that as my goofy one. And yeah, that was my view. It's a terrible picture. It's a terrible picture on my phone camera, which, honestly, I should have taken that phone out back and shot it years earlier. What you can't see is, yeah, there we got Dean up there doing his thing. Back when the OG PC Gaming Showcase was literally, on-stage interviews and whatnot. I cannot state to you how long this ran for. It ran forever. And God, like I said, the guy on our road just kept falling asleep. The better shot of it. That's my granddad, Fearless. So yeah, my granddad's got a Wikipedia page. No pictures on there. What the heck? Man, this has been trimmed. It doesn't even talk about the whole stuff with, Oh, does it? Not Liechtenstein, I'm getting my things mixed up. There was a pop artist who stole my granddad's art. Yeah, welcome to my stories. And yeah, my granddad worked on things you know are Peter Pan and the Pirates, Silverhawks, and Thundercats. what else? Me and Dean and Brian. The glowing case. We never saw what was in it. Dean. Old Daisy squad photos. I got my face painted. This should probably give you a sense of the energy I brought to my professional interactions back then. I know. Super professional. Hang with Dean. My weirdly... So, the reason why I wanted to show you all this is actually because of this picture. Because we just done the Ion announcement in the morning, and then in the afternoon we'd done the PC Gaming show. And what you have to understand is after PC Gaming show finished, the weird little theater we were in opened up, and it was this weird party. And then the party turned into a club party, and then randos started filtering in because I guess they opened up the club.
Will Overguard, professional numpty.
I am now. Thank you for the bits. It was Liechtenstein. Okay. Yeah. Stole my granddad's art. Made silly money off it. Rest in peace. Anyway. I did like a little vlog because I was trying to record my adventures after I'd gotten away from CA. I was trying to be more like out there. And so I made a little video and I took this photo of myself. And you can see that I'm just not happy, right? Like I should be. I'm at E3. I'm representing a game. At this point, I was still improbable, but I was the guy, you know? Like, Nick gave me free reign to do all my cool shit. When I said I'm going to E3, they went, sure. And so I'd gone through the whole day, I'd gotten my face painted, we'd gotten our announcements and our posts out and done really well. And then I'm just sitting here in the strange little area between the Staples and my hotel going, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't get that feeling anymore, you know? That's why I say, like, I'm so lucky I got to experience as much of the games industry as I could, because, like, I sit here in this little chair and I'm genuinely happy, you know? Kakazi, it's weird because I think I captured a moment of, like, genuine... I wish Toyota were paying. Like, no bullshit, no fronting, no nonsense. Just me at the end of a day of E3 being like, actually, I don't like this. Oh, there was free face painting at the... So, like, Dean got his face painted, I got mine painted. It was free face painting, but the person doing it was off their gourd. So I was like, I want to give me like a woad stripe across my face. And they went, I'm going to do something different. And that's what I got. Anyway, so the following day, I decided to go ham. Because my responsibilities were pretty varied. I was the everything guy. But I was responsible for outreach. I was responsible for what's now called like influencer marketing and social media and all that. So the following day, I hit the E3 show floor to go make friends and do nonsense. And that involved the Dark Souls 3 black ink fountain. Like, and this, the thing is, by E3 standards, this is tiny. Like, Activision had flamethrowers. XCOM 2... War of the Chosen was spooling up, but would be coming out the following year? Well, DJ Coil, GDC's odd. It's definitely not the superstar place of yore, but I think it's still great camaraderie. Oh yeah, no, Lance, that's the other reason why I want to show you all. I kind of wish I'd taken more photos, to be honest. This was back when YouTube Gaming still had a presence. Like, they were really pushing this. So that's Bernie Burns and someone else rocking the YouTube Gaming platform. Like, you used to be able to go to an event and talk to someone from YouTube about video games. You don't have to do that anymore. They won and just went, oh, we don't have to try anymore. Oh yeah, that Lance and the Mixer logo. Rest in peace. Surprise! Randy motherfucking Pitchford. He wouldn't let me leave until he did a magic trick and we took a photo. At this point, we didn't know how much of a ball bag he was, but just that interaction alone would end up shaping a lot of what I would know. Yeah, surprise Pitchford. But seriously, like, he was known for doing magic tricks, which I wasn't aware of, but he wouldn't let me leave until he did a magic trick. And at this point, I was still very Gearbox coded. Now, I have loads of friends who work at Gearbox. They're incredibly awesome, talented people. If Borderlands 4 ends up being a banger, and I really hope it is, it's because less than 1% of Gearbox Studios is Randy Pitchford. Ah, Kakazi, I wish. But this was also post Colonial Marines. So he was a bit, yeah. Fallout 4 was on the way. In fact, this E3 was where they did the Fallout 4 announcements towards the short launch window. They only did a 6-month campaign, and they announced and launched Fallout Shelter the same day.
Wait, I have some close-up magic I want to show you. Said no guy before getting laid.
I don't know. Is this your card? Virtue, thank you for the bits. How do you have any left? MGS5 was finally coming out, but after all of the drama, so I had to take a bunch of photos. Metal Gear. And this is how you know it's long, because this is before I got the undershave. So every morning I would tie my hair back, and by the end of the day I would have these Herschel Krostowski tufts out the side of my head. Metal Gear. What you can't see is there's actually a plastic sheep suspended above with a parachute. Fancy Wii controllers. A fucking Battletoad. Now, I forget what year the Battletoads meme started. Okay, the Battletoads meme started around about 2007, 2008. So, it was wild to see a Battletoad acknowledged. Yeah, no, Verdon, I've met Battletoadsman. Really nice guy, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it. I thought he was going to be a chode. No. Street Fighter V was coming out. And there's Chet not looking exhausted. Chet would then do HTC Vive stuff for a few years, then the Anacrusis. Chet is a lovely bloke, but the thing that cracks me up is that he does not know how to handle my level of energy. I've calmed down now that I'm streaming for a living. It's kind of like, when I'm streaming with you lot, I get to talk about games for hours, so it's like I get let out to run, and then I come back. But back then, I did not have that, so all the energy was like, yeah. Yeah, no, virtually, this is the chill. So there have been multiple times where Chet has seen me at an event and just been like, oh, fuck. And look, Chet's literally paid for us to stream his game. Like, they sponsored Anacrusis streams for like a month. It was amazing. The Hat of Megaman. These guys, before they turned complete shitheel, these are the Corridor Digital guys. They were still pretty small back then. They'd done a DayZ short, which I really, really liked. And apparently they were in talks about potentially doing a TV show based on DayZ, which never happened. Oh no, Lance, Chet is cool as fuck. Chet is cool as fuck. He is a no bullshit person, And if you get the chance to have a pint with him and a chat at an event or just a natter, I highly recommend it. These guys can eat farts with a spoon. They went all quids in on AI a couple years back and haven't stopped. Eager Raptor likes this video. I don't know why we're both purple and shiny. Try not to question it. Ah, here we go. So hang on, let me get a better photo. Wait, no, that's Troy Baker. So this was the Hot Pepper alumni. So you can't see it here, but the gentleman behind my head. Oh, he's fucking Jason Schreier? Just fucking hiding there. So as I was explaining to Little Fire earlier, there is this place called, well, there's a place in LA called the Figueretto. It's a hotel. It now looks like every other LA hotel. It's fine. It's great if you're working a convention at the big LA convention center. It's fine. But it used to be amazing. Because we used to... There used to be like a European's idea of like a Wild West Mexican town. Like all red brick pottery, like mosaics in the walls. You know, you wouldn't be surprised if a very, very pasty person in a giant sombrero came out and went, "Ay caramba, I have your order." Like that's how it was. But, don't shark fact me mid-story, you twat. Shark's back row of teeth acts as replacements, and they move forward as the older front teeth wear down and are lost. Well, that's quasi-true. As basically, they reload their teeth. Ugh, fucking hate that. And the Figueretto was a wonderful place. But yeah, Lance, this is how he used to get a lot of his scoops.
Hey caramba, it's a shock.
The fact that it's a Welsh guy saying that perfectly encapsulates the vibe. Like the look of the Fig, but the vibe was brilliant because the Fig was all people working the show, journos with no budget, community managers, like media folks, industry disasters. Like Giant Bomb would be there every year. There was a pool. It was amazing. And it ended up being this like great meeting spot. This was all people who had done the Hot Pepper Challenge or were just friends of Vernon. So there's Vernon hiding behind me. There's Nika Harper. I forget this gentleman's name, but he was the face of Sunset Overdrive. He was really fucking talented. I hope he's doing good now. And there's very young Nathan Grayson. And this is 10 years ago. Troy was drunk off his arse, having just been on the Giant Bomb cast. Oh, fuck off! Yeah. Sharks have box magazine teeth, and I fucking hate it. On average, a shark loses 20 teeth per week. That's 30,000 teeth in a lifetime. Ugh. Hate that page. So I got to meet Troy Baker. He's fucking massive as well. There's a better photo of the Hot Pepper Gaming survivors. I always like that. Like, during Hot Pepper Gaming's whole arc, it was like a weird little camaraderie. Like, you'd all suffered together. An industry friendo that would take too long to explain what a legend they are. That's not Big Barry. Oh, it's Big Barry. I think Big Barry's at Embracer Group now. Fuck, I hope he's alright. Henry, who was still at CA when I left. I don't know what Henry's up to right now. I hope he's alright. This was the multiplayer squad. The other Will, who taught me pretty much most of the things about BizDev I need to know involving drinking. And I believe that lass is the person who played Angel in the Borderlands games. Multiplayer, rather than getting a suite or an office, would hire out the back corner of this restaurant across from all the E3 stuff and just drink and eat and do all their business there. It was a little bit mafioso, but it was smart. Saved them a ton of money. Aeon, I mean, I've done my innings. hurt so bad. I'd met Mikey Newman, I want to say an E3 prior, or maybe this is the one, but this was definitely the year we went from like industry handshake to friendos. And there's me meeting the superstar of that E3, Yanni. So yeah, thank you for coming with me on this. I know it's a little self-indulgent, right? The other E3 that I took the most photos of was from 2013. And that was, God, that was a Rome 2 year. Oh, sorry, that was the Rome 2 year, I should say.
Did you know God made the world doing a game of baseball? She even did it during the beginning.
Well played, well played. I keep forgetting that, Dogma's getting a re-release. Yeah, 2013 was my big year, because that was my first PAX, Gamescom, and my first E3 all back to back to back. But that's way too many pictures to go through. Good times, good times. Anyway, I don't know, I guess I saw that earlier today, and that probably previously would have been the, alright, it's time to get a drink o'clock. But it was also like, I don't know, I wouldn't probably be worth your time sitting here if I hadn't gone through all the stuff I went through. But in the same breath, like, the will of that E3, I was chasing something that I thought I wanted, and when I got it, I really didn't want it. Because after that job, Improbable went weird, and they still are fucking weird, I'll be honest with you. So Dean set up a company in New Zealand, because it was Dean's project. Ion was Dean's baby. And then he set up a studio in New Zealand, and that's what I moved out for, and that was fucking great. And I wasn't a community manager anymore. I was head of, like, I was the director of communications. Anything promotional, PR, that sort was all on me, and I loved it. Except for I hated it. And I definitely spun out. And if I'd known that going into it, shit, I don't know. I would have started streaming back in 2013, and who knows? But then, I don't know. Maybe I would have turned into another Twitch disaster. Anyway, again, thank you for letting me show you that. Thank you for letting me talk about it, you know? Exactly, on that. Oh, I'd love it. Except for I'd probably hate it. Now, I get to do this every day, and it's fucking amazing. You know, I help games as much as I can, whenever I can, as much as I want. I get to share weird and strange stuff with you all, talk about all the games nonsense. None of it's siloed. There's no fucking... There's no fronting. And I really like that. Yeah. I guess I'm happy that I'm here now. And by golly, am I going to keep this going for as long as physically possible, let me tell you.
Be the amazing numpty you are today.
A disaster par extraordinaire. And Toomba, thank you. Yeah, at this point I can call it Total Warhammer. Can't touch me, Rob. I'm beyond your reach. Oh, there's another thing I was telling Littlefire earlier. So, Aeon's been posting that good, smart, good, smart, good, smart, good. I sent that to my old co-workers, and all I got back was, I've seen Rob. He's still around. Love it. Oh. So yeah, I have a video game for you that none of you have played, that I know of. It came out earlier in the year, and it's more of a prologue, a primer to a game. It is called Pale Abyss, and it should only take us like an hour and change, because I'm trying not to push myself too hard. But I really want to share it with you. Oh, I do have a teeny tiny confession to make though. The game that Kira made, the Lunacid off-spin that was made with the Kingsfield engine, I checked on it earlier because I think it's really cool, right? And the amount... So it's on like mostly positive to mixed reviews on Steam, and it's all people complaining that it's too janky. And this strikes me as a hilarious thing, right? Like, people are complaining that the controls are bad and that the game is clunky. It's like, homeboy, this was the Kingsfield homebrew engine from the 2000s. What were you expecting? I have been trolling some people on there, and it's lovely. Yeah, exactly. The point, they missed it. And it kind of reminded me of the review of Date Everything that was frustrating Angelos, where the person wrote an entire review that said, I don't like the fact that in Date Everything, you date everything. Like, what the Look, I understand. Game reviews no longer carry the weight they once did. Like, a review will very rarely make or break a game now. Previews will set the tone. We did see with, even though Dawnbreak, Bloodbreak, Dawn Punch, Squad Dawn Slam, Vampire Punch Dawn, shit, Morning Fist, that's it. Wait, no, that's different. You know what? I can't remember it. It was the co-op vampire hunting shooter that sadly stacked it. The preview that IGN did of it was scathing, and they did the same thing to a couple of other titles. Previews can set a tone. Reviews don't. Reviews aren't how people decide whether they're going to buy games or not anymore. But when you work on a game, it can be really infuriating to read a review that misses the whole point of what you were making and what you were working on. You know, the vanilla ice cream that I ordered tasted like vanilla. 4 out of 10 stars. Yeah, Chonorous, right? Oh, another little bit of news. For those of you who are also still huge fans of Hitman, Hitman World of Assassinations is going to be getting a co-op mode. No ETA on when it's dropping, but it will be the same characters that were used for the co-op sniper mode. What about Bond, James Hitman? He's still getting his whole thing. I think you can unlock stuff. I think you can unlock stuff for the 007 game by playing Hitman, but I can't remember. Redfall, thank you, DJ Coyle. I honestly thought I was going to be able to do like this whole Columbo detective thing with Redfall. I had a whole video planned out about how I was going to reverse engineer the production of the game from the assets and how it got put together. And then they just came out and said it. But despite saying it, they didn't give anybody the benefit of the doubt and they fired a bunch of people, so fuck them. Oh yeah, but I am super excited for some Hitman co-op. So, Shorterus, if you played the Mads Mikkelsen assassination mission, you unlocked a special casino suit for Jimothy Bondo in the 007 First Light. Oh, excuse me a second. Sorry about that. Anyway. So, this is the game I want to show you, friends. This is Pale Abyss. It is a short Kingsfield Shadow Tower type game made by, and I shit you not, Permanent Crab Studios. Their goal was to make, I don't want to call it a prologue, I don't want to call it a proof of concept, but just a short experience to prove that they could. They're calling it a demo, but it's currently up on Steam as a full thing. And I wanted to have a trundle on it, you know? Because I don't know, I felt like doing something a little weird, a little different. And I didn't want to do Labyrinth of the Demon King because it's good, but it's so slow and so dark. And I'm definitely... Oh, I got Lance. Sorry Twitch is being a butt, but always lovely to see you, friend. And Vanderbeest, I hope I said thank you for filling the pint glass. God, I can't believe Vershi's almost been unseated. Holy fuck. Yeah. And this is kind of like the kind of like short experience that wouldn't really be right for a full stream. And I didn't want to do Dread Delusion because I know the Dread fans would want to know when that's getting finished. Stupid Night Rain being fucking brilliant. Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna get this started and we can get chatting whilst it's going. Pale Abyss. It has 1 follower on Twitch. Brilliant. Did I just complain about games being too good? What are you? Kojima? God. He gets away with so much bollocks. Like, the sheer amount of nonsense he talks before a game is coming out, and people just let him. I still think it's funny that his whole, like, it's a brand new genre of video games. No, it's not, mate. No, it's not. But shout out to Zalavir, who went bet and made a Stranding game. I'll always think about that. Yes, I mean, I saw the article doing the rounds of, like, he felt Death Stranding 2 was too good, so they had to change it. I'm like, fuck off. But here's also the problem is Kojima be Kojima, right? He says something like that, which isn't inflammatory. Like, he's not talking shit about the rest of the industry or anything like that. He's just being Kojima. And it's guaranteed that what he says will get coverage. And he's still got a game to sell. Like, he's still got people he employs who are reliant on the success of his game. Like... Oh, here we go. Hang on, I gotta turn this up. Yeah, can you hear that? Oh, we Kingsfielding. Calcium Bonio cameo confirmed. Didn't tell me you're in this game, mate. Yeah, well, I mean, DJ Coil, that's the thing, is like, and Hindle, I see you to see the bones. Like, obviously what Kojima is saying, and considering that it's also probably translated, is a bit dog shit. But it's guaranteed coverage. Everyone's going to talk about it. Without fail. And when it's your job... Yeah, VSync quality ultra. When it's your job to be the front person for a game, coverage good. Like, I can't hate him for that. But obviously what he was saying was pee-pee poo-poo. My game was too good, so I made it harder. Oh, what about, accessibility, and what about difficulty options? And bam. Death Stranding 2 is now the talked about thing on social media. Oh, Beeblebee is what I'm welcome. You know? Because the thing is, what is fun is an immeasurable concept. What is engaging? What is... Engagement is easier to measure, but something can be engaging and not fun. Right? Why do we not have a Calcium Bonio emote? Money. Like, most of the new emotes we've gotten have been fun things that people photoshopped in or put together. Like, I want to wait until my face is sorted, but... Because, touch wood, I am getting help with it, but we'll see how it goes. I don't have the final bill yet, so... This is the... In terms of money, this is the quiet period of the year for streaming, so I don't want to commission a bunch of emotes right now. But I do want to. I want more badges for you lot, and the Dice Goddess has given me a quote per emote per badge, and it's really good. Considering that, like, Dice Goddess is, like, top tier. If you could measure immersion, the Ocean Gate Titan would still be around today. Oh, I mean, it's definitely the most immersive. Yeah, and DJ Coil is also like... Because another interesting thing was people got very...
The quiet period comes at the end of every
Fucking
sentence.
hell, dude. Dude, you've thrown in so much! Thank you. Seriously. Alright. I didn't mean to bring up money stuff. I am not in a state of, like, mad panic and things like that. But seriously. Thank you. But jumping back, another thing that popped off recently was a mistranslated interview on Famitsu about Nier Automata, and it was mistranslated that the characters of Jorheim were toned down because they were going to be selling to Western audiences. But boy howdy did people get their pants in a knot before it was corrected that it was a mistranslation. But we often forget that with a lot of the creative individuals coming out of Japan, like, there's not like a one-for-one translation of a lot of language out there. Nor should there be. But that does mean that, like, it's up for interpretation. Getting tagged in the fucking memes here. Translation is an art. And a lot of websites, especially shitey gaming sites, are using just instant machine translation, which results in these, like, strange, weird, janky setups. But anyway, every time Hideo Kojima is attached to a big game, before, like, in the run-up to launch, he will run his mouth and he will say some absolutely unhinged bollocks. We will then spend the next 2-3 weeks talking about it, and then the game comes out and we all buy it. I don't hate that strategy, but sometimes the things he says drive me up the wall. Yeah, Hindle, and it kind of, I will say, it leads to the fun of a lot of Soulsian type stuff. But yeah, there are a lot of things, and especially Dark Souls, that the translations aren't necessarily errors, but there isn't just a direct English vibe to it. So you've got to have someone who is deeply versed in the title and is bilingual. Not just, I can turn word into word, but like fluent. Translation is an art. Well, sorry. In video games, we tend to call it localization rather than translation. And I think that's a big part of it. And Nova, I see. Anyway, like, we will get to Death Stranding 2 at some point. Probably around the time it does a PC launch or something. I thoroughly enjoyed Death Stranding 1. I don't know, is there anyone here who hasn't seen the Death Stranding 2 art book that we made? Well, so numbers, yes. In video games, you won't have a translation team, you have a localization team. Because alongside, like, just translating language from X to Y, there's a lot of other things you have to change about the title to get it to other regions. But that's another story. Is there anyone here who hasn't seen my Death Stranding art book? Yeah, because I actually found it the other day. My face being close to the sharks. Oh, have you not seen this? Okay. So yeah, when we did our playthrough of Death Stranding, I took a squillion screenshots using the in-game photography stuff, and I got a coupon for one of those like print-on-demand sites. So I did a whole book of all my screenshots. And some of them I'm really proud of them, I won't go too far in because it does get into spoiler town, and oh yeah, fun ones like dancing by the butterflies with a baby. But yeah, there's a whole ass, like, full book. And the Nordic, predominantly like Icelandic terrain is so well done. It's so well done. I love it. And I'm looking forward to the sequel. But I'm in no rush. You know what I mean? Death Stranding is going to be mired in so many people who are going to have uninformed think pieces spewing forth the moment it drops. Because that's how people in the media space make money. Chornerus, I haven't seen anything on Firebreak's reception that points to Alan Wake's Epic exclusive on PC. Mostly it seems to be people are just kind of... They haven't been able to get their head around the fact that Firebreak is kind of a side story. It's a small, fun game to play with friends. It's not Control 2. And currently a lot of people have been finding they've hit the end of the content pretty quickly. No, I mean... One of the things that was very interesting was that Alan Wake 2 being an Epic exclusive meant it took a long time for that game to break even. And I think it is a very, very clear picture that, like, full-on exclusives on Epic aren't worth the cash. Timed exclusives for like a year, great, brilliant. But yeah. Oh yeah, Vobbles, like, what is heckin' hilarious is the first time people are translating into multitudes of language and they realize that, like, their text box don't fit German words. Or when dealing with, like, Mandarin or Japanese variants and what have you, that, like, they have no way of rendering the characters. Fascinating. Well, I mean, Kakazi, never underestimate the stupidity of users. Oh, sorry about that. Like, you would spend the entire marketing campaign till you're blue in the face trying to convince people that it's not going to be X, and when it isn't X, they go, much like with the Lunacid thing. People want Lunacid too. When Kira was fucking around with the tools to make whatchamacallit, the Kingsfield like maker engine game, everyone's mad that it's not the same as the previous game, even though it's not trying to be. Alright. Oh, okay. Let's get a new game going. Dot, dot, dot. Our precious sunlight. Taken by that thing. That accursed hole. Happy Pride. The Pale Abyss, they call it. A wound in the earth. An accursed maw that swallows all it touches. And from its depths spills a pale, unholy light. Lay your eyes upon it. Our warm and golden sunlight has been dragged down to the darkness, twisted and defiled, mocking us. And now another fool ventures into its depths. Tell me, what makes you think you'll fare any better than the countless others who came before you? Even the great crusade, the proud champions of our age, never returned. They, with their banners and their unwavering faith, marched into the Pale Abyss, and not a single one returned. Apostles, knights, martyrs, all devoured, their names forgotten and their bones lost to the deep. And you are but one. They've sent many like you before, heretics, the unclean, the damned. Ragged souls fated to die nameless deaths. But you bear the mark. Yes, the brand of those bound to the Pale Abyss. Why, you'll bring back our sunlight, won't you? Those with a mark upon their flesh are always drawn to descend below, like moths to a flame. You'll descend, as they all have. Go on then. Prove your worth. Break this curse upon our blighted land. Descend into the Pale Abyss, and perhaps you will be the one to reach the bottom, where the truth lies waiting, slumbering, for one bold enough to reach it. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay. Origin. Unfortunate soul, duty-bound crusader, curious delver, devout scholar, foreign pilgrim, or a cunning thief. I don't know if we're taking Blobby Will down here. Did you guys call me earlier? It was like Timu Will. And Beebles. I mean, one of the reasons why I love spending so much time with the Longship is that I don't have to worry about people going, oh, Game Freak made a new game that isn't Pokemon and it's good, and they gasp. As if they weren't crunched into a fine powder to put out that last Pokemon game. You know, I'm something of a verb noun myself. Okay, so if Premium Will is snoozing behind me, then Timu Will shall descend into the Pale Abyss. DJ Coil, you could have said fart noun and I wouldn't have known. So the unfortunate soul, with no recollection of your past, you are an unfortunate soul that somehow found itself in the depths of the Pale Abyss. Clad in ragged clothes, armed only with a faint glimmer of hope, you are a blank slate, a being shaped by the choices you make in these depths. Stripped of identity, you are free to carve your own path, forging a new sense of self as you face the mysteries of the Pale Abyss. A duty-bound crusader. Once a proud soldier of the Great Crusade that sought to face the Pale Abyss in search of the lost sunlight, the duty-bound crusader carries the heavy shame of desertion. Long ago, you fled the call of duty. That would be Call of Duty 2 Black Ops. Consumed by fear and unable to face the terrors within. The world above offered no solace, only years of regret and whispers of your cowardice. Now, burdened with the weight of your failure, you descend into the Pale Abyss for good, not only to redeem yourself, but also your fellow crusaders. That sentence runs on a long one. To confront your own demons, you know.
The curious delver, a simple man turned explorer. The curious delver descended into the Pale Abyss, not out of necessity, but out of an insatiable thirst for discovery. Fascinated by the legends and mysteries buried within, you believe the Pale Abyss holds the answers to the ancient secrets that could change the world. Your limitless drive for exploration, exploring the unknown, proves to be a suitable trait to have this curious place. Holy boss, it's like you knew you were needed. The devout scholar. So bound by the teachings and revered alchemy, you're one of the few who dared embrace the ancients and perilous texts that whisper of the Pale Abyss. Legends recount that the greatest of sorcerers of old ventured into the depths, their minds alight with the arcane truths and their grimoires brimming with spells, both wondrous and terrible. As devout scholar, you are no stranger to the price of knowledge. While others turn away from the unknown, you seek it with an unwavering resolve, believing the Pale Abyss to be the ultimate crucible of arcane mastery. Foreign pilgrim. You as foreign pilgrim have come from distant land, removed from the Pale Abyss, guided by ancient prophecies, tales of the secrets buried within. You crossed oceans and wastelands to reach this fabled chasm. To you, the Pale Abyss, remind you all, I'm not even drinking. The Pale Abyss is not merely a place of horrors, but a sacred trial. A pilgrimage to uncover the truths and existences of your own purpose. You seek a meaning in that place, and a means to defy it. And last but by no means least, the cunning thief. The cunning thief's life on the surface is one of shadows and schemes, marked by a trail of crime and betrayal. Though eventually it seems your luck ran out. Captured and condemned, you were thrown into the Pale Abyss as punishment, a fate reserved for society's worst. Armed with only your wits and the instincts of survival honed through years of thievery, you navigate the Pale Abyss in search of fortune and opportunities. To dream. Hitting the chamomile at this hour? Scandalous. Akakazi, thank you for clipping that. Once again, whoever has the most viewed clip at the end of the month gets a prize. I think this month it is going to be another game from the vault, but I might pick something bombastic for next month, because we'll have the Le Marble 24 and a few other big events, you know. It's going to be good. Okay, so what do you think we should roll with? Duty-bound Crusader. I do like that you have your standard vitality, endurance, strength, and dexterity, but then sense and wisdom. Legend, good evening. What and welcome. Curious Delver sounds kind of boring. Devout Scholar gets wizard shit. We could get into the whiz biz. You know what, DJ Coil? I tell you what. If you win, you can add a fish. How about that? I still have my list of people who owe me fish. Well, Legend, when Mr. the Liquid Death asks you from whomst you decided to purchase, tell him it was me. I could be a wizard. The Foreign Pilgrim's kind of funny because
I couldn't do the voice, but it reminds me of Two Flower from Discworld. Just this happy tourist in a Hawaiian shirt and trunks, oblivious to the danger they're in, just taking photos. That sure is a reference you pulled from the Great Beyond there, Dustin. A Viking wizard? Let's do some wizard shit. Alright, we're a wizard. Blap! I broke my knees. There's actually full damage. Timu will. We have no inventory. Stats are basic. Oh, set is settings. Okay. And Kakazi, enjoy your tiny wizard hat. Yeah, I love Two Flower because their whole thing is approaching everything with an air of like tourist whimsy. They either do not know the danger they're in or do not care for the Bodio, is that you? I found the gong. Happy. Okay. The only straight thing in this whole stream is this broken straight sword. Once a refined sword, scarred from countless battles, now lies rusted and broken, half its blade lost. Its former master saw no further use for it, and cast it into the depths of the pale abyss. A final resting place for things forsaken. Okay. Calcium Boney the video game. Apparently so. Though, I don't want to turn Happy Pride into too much of a meme, just because this Pride's going to be a lot. I actually haven't looked at when Seattle Pride is this year. Probably should have. Man, I imagine that whatever's in that pillar must be so delicious. They don't want it to go away. Like the fountain of incredibly delicious liquid where all the skeletons died next to it from it being so amazing. Me, I'm built different. Pick up a chalice of abyssal dew. Alright, let's see what we found. Okay, a twisted vessel that seems to have grown naturally within the pale abyss. It harbors the ability to carry abyssal dew with its winding crevices. The existence and healing properties of abyssal dew are unknown to those of the surface, and yet its use is vital to survive the pale abyss. Perhaps the twisted shape reflects the path trod by those of your fate. Okay. Where are the bloody controls? So I've got my two gong buttons, but I don't have my give me a fucking drink button.
Finally, Baylor piss.
Curse ye, Bale! Virals, heckin' thank you. And how are you doing this evening, friend? Has the... Press escape to open your memory and inventory. Oh, this is a fine message. Oh, so this is their attempt to have a 1 and 3 to cycle your items, 2 to use them. Okay. Well, honestly, Aeon, having played that Maiden Abyss game, I think a proper fucked up game for grown-ups would have been far better. But I don't know. Here's the thing, friends. I really hope that this is another one of those games that, you know, we're going to putz on this for an hour or so, that will inspire you to make something that is yours. Alright? Because it's weird that the whole, like, Kingsfield vibe isn't one that's being easily sated. So there's a few things missing from this, right? Like, there's no swing sound yet on the sword. Hold relief for charged attack, but so it affects volume. But as a proof of concept, this thing is amazing. Behold! Skeleton! Picked up Abyssal Bolt. Aha! Spell use, sanity use, charge time. A primitive sorcery of scholars who ventured into the Pale Abyss. This feeble yet reliable bolt was refined in its simplicity to avoid burning the mind of the caster. Okay. How the bloody hell do we use it? C or V? Okay, so rather than mana, we have like a sanity meter. Altar of the Forgotten Waters, level up, which we have none. Taking this altar will heavily increase your otherworldly influence to Abyssal. Okay. Hang on. We don't even know what being Abyssal is. Rest and altar to regain your health, healing items, etc. So we can choose between the Abyssal or the Occult. Okay, I'm fascinated already. Rest at the health, regain your lost altars. Exactly, Fred. You get it. You get it? I don't even know what that's going to do, so perhaps not the smartest first opening gambit for me. Right mouse to block. Perfect time block will leave an enemy vulnerable. Okay, so there's a block and there's a parry. Alright. Sup, nerd. Whose crab is this? I forgot that we are, in fact, a weak, brittle-boned scholar. And not big man on campus. Woohoo! Alright. Various actions in the Pale Abyss increase your otherworldly influence to either abyssal or occult. What does that mean? Beware of going over the limit of your mortal body can take. Okay. Everything in Pale Abyss is aligned with either abyssal or occult. Creatures aligned with abyssal take more damage from occult and vice versa. Going over the limit, your body might have disastrous consequences. Oh, I'm absolutely going to see what the disastrous consequences are. And a blood bolt? Let's fucking go. Blood. If we're going to see what going full occult does to us, we should see now. Because we can kind of speed run the beginning of Team Will. Disastrous Consequences was my nickname in high school. Okay, when otherworldly influences maximum go beyond its limits, you enter a state of eldritch madness. In this state, your maximum health starts to drain over time. You have to bring your otherworldly influence meter back to escape this fate. Aw, man. I thought we'd be doing some, like, hot girl shit. Fine. Eldritch Madness? More like... nonsense. Okay. So he cleansed the altar, I guess. I was hoping we'd grow like a fucking tentacle or some shit, but... oh, shit. Okay, so the blood magic wrecks face. If they ain't bulging, I'm indulging. Oh my god. A million years dungeon, all of you. But yeah, this is one of those games that, like, this is a small proof of concept demo. But I think things like this are important just as a good reminder that, like, we've been playing a lot of the big greats recently, right? And that's awesome. Like, taking inspiration and creativity from huge games made by massive teams is fine. But, like, think of what you could... ooh. 2 broken straight swords, alright. But, like, there's nothing stopping you. Abyssal influence required. Could this be a secret path? I'm gonna go get crazy and then see if that opens up a path for us. Could this be a game made by yourself with the help of 263 of your close friends? Look. I'm just saying, there are quite a few of you here that if you decided to make a Kingsfield-like title, I would be fascinated to see what you make. And would absolutely help out. Okay, so now we're fully occult. They just want me to throw my dumb ass off the side. Just kind of feel that way, doesn't it? Okay. Time for message, I guess.
Reactor online. Sensors
Hey!
online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Hello, how goes the abyssing?
You know what? It's going good. So Margin, like, thank you for the 13 months. I hope you're doing splendid. Better than this guy. The music is gorgeous. Holy crap, the environment is amazing. Alright, I need to go back and see what it was that we... what it was that we missed. Because we definitely missed something in that last place. But look at this! You could make something like this. So Margin, how have you been doing? What's going down? Tell me your tales, friend. Picked up a candle of respite. Now, so we've got a coral cluster, medium-sized rock that radiates abyssal influence. They said that crushing it with one hand grants the user the blessing of the abyss. But what even is that in a realm like this? Shatter pebble. Curious little beings, the pale abyss. If you whisper a phrase in the presence below your feet, and relay it to whoever might come across the travels. This candle, removing them, blah, blah, blah. Returns the user to the altar last used. Okay. I have an idea. Margie just finished playing Starfinder with some friends and now building some Planet Zoo. Oh, pretty cool. Today was a weird day. I kind of... had I wouldn't even call it like a failure to launch, but definitely like a... Oh, the coral clusters reduce our... Alright. Sorry. I feel like there's something here, and my little secret hunting brain is definitely fixated on it. But I think we'll have to come back later. Because yeah, we've currently got an abyssal bolt and a blood bolt. And the blood bolt makes us go occult very hard, but also punches like a truck. I feel that's a lovely way of pushing it. I want to level up though. God, this place is fascinating. And this whole concept, it's different, but I appreciate its general vibe is something that I wanted to capture. I was working on a project with Park Programs that was a little bit more Made in Abyss than this, but very much of a similar kind of vibe. There's a lot of things down there to kill. Sure, this is a fine message. Firstly, ow. Secondly, how dare you? This might be the same sword we got from Dread Delusions. It's nice to see you still getting work, you know? Yeah. So now I do wonder if going like abyssal or occult allows us to see other things. You know, an advanced version of the insight. And listen, I do like that idea. Like, memory loss is always hard to do in video games because the player will always know. And if they get lost, the user is always going to look up like solutions and guides in the ilk, right? Player memory versus character memory is damn hard to do, but it's worth it if you can make it work, right? If you can make it make sense. Got yourself some proper good motivation. Damn, dude. What I wanted to do was really explore the idea of like environmental knowledge versus like mechanical knowledge. Yeah, just gently fry the player's brain using the systems made available to them. That'd be great. There's no way players would hate that. Says me clearly getting out of my depth before I even leveled once. Ah, yes. And Carlo, how are you doing? No, what I really want to do is things similar to like, whatchamacallit, Chance of Sonar and things like that, like, where you have the option, well, not the option, the goal is like a colloquial knowledge within the environment. You yourself learning how it all comes together. Rather than being something that you're taught. So, Carlo, do you mind if I ask where you're based? Because I hear the UK sucks at the moment for heat. There's still nothing. Oh, damn. I've got an idea. Pebble. Oh, it's meager. Ah, pool. Oh god, Kakazi, what are you scheming? Ah, my bones! Of all the sound effects for them to get perfectly right, that one. No, no, no! I have died. Although, interestingly, it doesn't... Death does not reset your setup. Fill this jar with beans. For those who don't know, before we start the stream, hours ago, these cheeky mother hubbards kept posting beans emotes while I was getting everything together. proper beans. You know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have beans now. That's going to be my dinner tonight. So many beans. So Aeon, usually I would do like a proper, you know, beans on toast maneuver. Yes! Alright, I was right. Fuck. Bastards. Shattered my fucking knees. Okay. Don't suppose I've gotten enough. I don't suppose I've died enough to level up, eh? No? Alright. I think we just gotta make this work. Okay. Kakazi, have a lovely rest of your evening, friend, and to be continued, alright? To sleep, perchance to beans. What light through yonder window bakes? Oh, level up available.
Oh, that's lovely.
So, right, are these guys around here? Ah. See it. The things that are already impressing me about this, for as small as this game is, it already feels huge. Like, they've managed to get a scope and scale into this already that I'm fucking loving. My whiz-biz currently isn't cutting it. Okay. Endurance, strength, sense, and wisdom. Do I even know what fucking sound to use? Spell charge time. Using the caster's own blood. Shit. Aeon, I'm shocked and surprised you can make yet more tiramisu. But yeah, so I usually do just beans on toast, to be honest. It's just comfort food. But you add, like, you know, spices and seasonings to it and stuff like that. Like, make it to your specification. Tell you what, friendos. Do you want to say hi to a guinea pig? Because I need to give them their evening treats, and they are very active. So I think Cleo will definitely come over and say hello. Okay. Music might stop for a second. So forgive me on that. Okay. Look who's come to say hello. Little baby. That's Diva. That's Diva. See what I mean? Now I've taken Cleo over to say hello to you lot. All right, let me put them back and let me treat them. You princess, lovely boy. Okay, Diva. Don't wake up the household. Treat number one. There you go. I think I told you all that Cleo's not having joint problems, but the vet did ask me to start giving her joint supplements once a day, and Diva's allowed to have them as well, so... Yeah, Premium Will's having a snooze. Thoroughly owned. I mean, in fairness, I hadn't planned on, just... Oh, I didn't fucking level up. This stream today starting as late as it has. Sanity, magic charge, time. Oh, so wisdom is spellcasting. Alright, so we need to be more willful. And these cheeky buggers. Aeon, I am very aware. I don't know if Rude's going to be doing a birthday stream or not, but if they are, definitely go poke on over and say hello. Sorry, friends. I really am lacking in that kind of wah! Energy today. Oh, Steve Sketches, welcome. This game is charming. This is Pale Abyss, and this is... Well, the dev has listed it as a demo, but it's probably more of a proof of concept. It's a very Kingsfield coded little adventure. So, if like me, you've had a lunacid or shaped hole in your heart for a little while, highly recommend this. But honestly, I've only started putzing around with it for a while, and it's already a little bit charming. The controls are definitely leaves much to be desired, but the UI is still... Oh, grabbed it. The UI is still very rudimentary. So this is clearly meant to be the start of the project, do you know what I mean? And hopefully it garners enough interest that the person seeks to continue it. But the reason I wanted to jump onto it tonight is just to kind of show it off and be like, yo. No! Here's a game you could make. No, so Steve, it doesn't have controller support. Oh, I'm going the wrong bloody way, aren't I? But it's not as good as Lunacid, obviously, because it's not a complete title. But it's just a really good case study for here's a game you could make if you wanted to. Because I don't know if you were in earlier, Steve, but we were talking about how I've been a little bit of a jerk. Just a little bit of a jerk. I'm not usually in the habit of. I've worked in community management for a squillion years. I have seen internet empires rise and fall. But I'm a huge fan of Kira's work, and I really, really liked Lunacid. No joke. And so I was checking the forums for the little side story that Kira made in the Kingsfield Maker engine. And the amount of comments that are like, this is not very good because it's not as good as the last one and the controls are very hard. It needs to be more accessible. Which very rarely when people throw that around in a forum conversation do they mean like accessible as in make it more playable by more people. They usually mean game controls. Ooh, what's that? Lobster claw? Ooh, lovely. Weapon. Ooh. Better literally in every way. Devoshi, I know what you mean. It doesn't feel like Morrowind at all. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. How did Will die? Ah, regret. Wary of danger. Oh, the other thing about this, though, is instead of having a traditional sanity meter, you have the occult and the abyssal. Like, the two element types of this area. But you have to balance them. If you go too far one way or t'other, you start to take, like damage over time debuff. But if you can maintain it at a certain level... Oh, I hate that jump. Threw myself off the side. Yes, and also sanity meter is painted to the head. Well, I think the pattern on the sanity meter might have dissipated. But don't quote me on that, I'd need to check. Is that a living skeleton or a dead skeleton? Anyway, I'm a wizard, so I'm going to cheat. But it's already using like an experimental version of Bloodborne's perception system. That as you have more insight, you see more truth of the world. In this, the truth of the occult and the abyssal are two different sides. Ah! Oh, Salem, thank you for letting me know on that one. It's been so long since I looked into it. So far, by getting our abyssal meter high enough, we've been able to see secret paths. But we haven't been able to interact with them yet. Does that mean I'm not sane enough? Okay, time for skeleton. Cool. Are you a buddy? Are we homies? Okay. He's not attacking me, so I guess we're still homies. But yeah, anyway, I did enjoy going onto some of the forums and just being a little bit snide. Not usually in the habit of, but if one's big takeaway from a Kingsfield game is that it's Kingsfield coded, don't feel like I'm being... the biggest jerk by pointing that out. Okay, so if I then use abyssal spells on these guys, yeah, it melts them instantly. Love to see it. Vershi, how... I just... Okay, so the bloodstone crystals will get us a cult build up. Hang on, hold that thought. Haha! Slain. A lot of dead skeletons. And actually, we've seen more live skeletons than dead ones. That's a good thing or a bad thing. I had a point, but it completely dropped out of my skull. Sorry, friends. Praise the abyssal influence. I wonder if there are, like, wild secrets I'm missing. And the coral-soaked elements of it, I think, are really curious. You know, this idea that this strange landscape is a once buried watery tomb. So we now descend into the abyss itself. I love shit like that. Aha. There we go. Parkour. On nothing very cool. Alright. The reward was the friends we made along the way, I guess. I'm sorry, friends, I keep trying to make a point about this, because there is something really special about this game. And I can feel it. Okay. So we are now fully abyssal. And if we travel to the altar of the Outlook Plateau, and we keep our abyssal nurse, let's see if this will let us cross the hidden path. Oh yeah, I was going to add that one of my favourite shows of all time is an anime called The Tower of Druga. Yes! The influence is strong enough that we can climb it, to see it. And I'm constantly obsessed with this concept of, like, it's one of the reasons that it's inspiring the tower, but the idea that you give the player a very simple premise, like, get to the top of the tower, you know, receive the grand blessing, get the moonlit ultra fucking great sword, yes! The moonlight blade is said to appear in many different realms, and in the most curious of places. Some say it comes from a land of lords and dragons, but others describe it as a guiding meteor. How it came to appear within the pale abyss, nobody knows, yet its brilliance shines on, even in a place like this. Yes! Alright, this was totally worth fucking about for. Now just gotta get back to the altar before we die of abyssal influence. Yeah, and Ceylon, it is, which I didn't realise it was also an arcade game beforehand. So that was something that I came to understand. But the Tower of Druga was fascinating for a myriad of reasons. For those who don't know, so the Tower of Druga was an NES game. It was also an arcade game. And it was a simple kind of like kill all the monsters, ascend to the next level. Very, very rudimentary. I can show you some screenshots of it if you want. But it was one of the earliest examples of like really cool hidden shit. Oh shit, there's also info about the different areas. Okay, Altar of Forgotten Waters. So this is untethered. Oh, I wonder how I change them to be... sorry. The Tower of Druga was fascinating because it had this whole hidden world to it. Like, progressing was easy. Kill monsters, go up the next floor, but actually winning required you to assemble this suit of, like, powerful artifacts. On each level, there was a hidden series of challenges. The only way to find those out was either to buy the guide or have someone tell you. Also, I can't seem to turn this off, so we're just gonna slowly bleed to death. The Dreamer, that sounds cool. I'm trying to remember if we knew about that ahead of time. But yeah, the Battle Chef Brigade team managed to get their game out from under Adult Swim, just like with Rain World and a few other titles, so I'm very happy for them, you know? Fuck. Ow! My bones. But anyway, the anime adaptation of the Tower of Druga is one of my favorites because it's this idea that there's this impossible tower filled to the brim with nigh unstoppable monsters, but once every 4 years, during the festival of, I don't fucking remember, the monster attacks finally diminish and allow heroes and warriors to try their luck. Oh, okay, I'm not supposed to be able to do that. Akira, it's not a waste of time, but it is hilarious. The first episode... Well, because the first episode is about the original game, sort of. Because the anime itself isn't an adaptation of the game. You know. The idea being is that the world that you take part in the world that our hero takes part in the story of the Tower of Druga, that's the world that the hero saved. He's now the king. King Gilgamesh or something. Sorry, my brain is fucking goo tonight. So, sorry if you're expecting smart, clever, big think. This is usually the point where I'd pour myself a glass of gin. I can't do that, so I have to do this with an air of sobriety. In challenge mode. You're about to get fucked up. Skeleton! But yeah, the first episode's a good one for just kind of getting you into the... Getting you into the world with slightly less fanfare. And it's also really funny. I don't know, in a world where so many shows take themselves far too seriously, especially in anime, it's nice to have one that was just fun and goofy. For the first episode. But also, the intro is like a ska... The intro is fascinating. So it's a ska track, and it's all of the characters as if it was a schoolyard anime. And I fucking love that. Might not be the play for me this evening. Ah, I nearly could not see the path before me. But yeah, like, Akira Zero, you could quite easily make a title like this. Like, the actual mechanical components of this aren't too difficult. Killed by a bloody skeleton. Yes. I know, babies, I know. Oh my word. Friends, I know it's only been a couple hours, but I don't know how much more I have left in me. Yeah, fearless. I managed to get the Moonlit Ultra Greatsword. So what I had to do was because the thing is, you're given 2 spells at the beginning. Like a quick like Mage Bolt of the Abyss and a Blood Bolt of the Occult. And that one's super powerful, shreds face. But by getting the Abyssal all the way up and backtracking, I was then able to like cross a hidden area and finally grasp the sword. Now again, this isn't a full game. This is a vertical slice of swords. This is a... Oh, I know what I can do. Bloodstone Crystal. Should take the edge off. It has not taken the edge off. Alright. Caffeine, go get some sleep. Honestly, I don't know how much more I've got. Like, it's been lovely hanging out and sharing stories, friends, but I am fucking beat. Yeah, caffeine, it's almost fucking like that. I guess so. It's only been like 2 hours, but yeah. I guess it was naive of me to expect that this week I would be springing back into action. So that, hang on. Okay. So friendos, I'm gonna say my thank yous. Fred, you know I love the indie stuff. I can't even joke about not loving indie games. But what I will say is, have a look at this. All right. It's all right. It's barely any. Have a look at that. I know, babies. I know. They've had their first treat, not their second. And that screeching you heard earlier, that was Diva. Because I ordained to take Cleo out the cage to show everybody. I know. Sorry, friends. I think I need to bring this to a close. Because I have hit the wall. As I was saying, I think it was naive of me to expect that I would just be fine after this whole week. Who could have guessed? What do you want me? I hope it's been good. It's only, like I said, it's been a couple hours and I got to share some E3 stories with you all. Tomorrow is going to be a proper day. My friend John is going to be joining us. We're going to be building SD Gundams together. I'll introduce you proper, but John actually works over at Bandai Namco on Gundam games. So I don't know how much he's going to be able to talk about, what he's going to be able to say, but we are going to talk about Summer Games Fest. Whilst we both build the SD Wing Zero, wherever that chubby chap is hanging out. It's around here somewhere. It's just a happy little guy. Actually, so Vershi, it's not just Wing Zero, it's the Wing Zero SD. Here he is. I know, babies, I know. You've only had one treat this evening and now you're ready to climb the walls. You can see them. You can see them. John sent me this for the 7th year anniversary of the Longship. So I've inked some of the pieces. I haven't done as many as I'd like. See how my energy levels are tomorrow before we get started. But that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So it's going to be a co-build stream. It's going to be good. It looks really nice. I'm really looking forward to putting it together. So yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I've only been here for a couple hours and I'm fading. I always love hanging out with you lot, and usually it turns me from haha to whoa. But I am going to rest. I am going to rest. So, seriously. Thank you. No, I'm not going to stop apologizing.
We had wood elves become monks and try to convert everyone. An owl bear chased them out and told us, only you can prevent forest fires.
Smokey the owl bear. Have that one for free. Kira Zero, thank you. Well, that's the thing. I can't drink alcohol, and I won't be able to until after they finished rebuilding my me gob. So, anyway, all of you, thank you. Let me roll credits, because even though it's been a really short stream and an odd day, it hasn't been a bad one. And the fact that, you know, we can hang out and even have like a short little stream like this, it's really nice. Now, what I will say is, while it is jumping, I am going to pass you over to Rudism after this, because it is his birthday stream. Oh, hang on. If you want to head on over there, it's a big commander game of Magic. I always feel weird when I don't know any of the other people. You know what? I'm going to leave it up to your lovely selves. Pick a place to head after this. I need to say thank you. I am so fried. I'm so fried. I've no reason to be. Look, you lot are the best motivation. You are the best squad, and I look at my games career. I see where I could have ended up, and I see where I am, and I wouldn't fucking change it for the world. I'd make some different choices perhaps, but I wouldn't change this. So thank you. To Dustin, Schumbert, Varials, and Margin Walker, thank you for a shitload of subs over a squillion years, you fucking legends. To Divershi, Akira Zero, Some Numbers, Dustin, and Vanderbeest, even though it was short, you all threw a whole bunch of bits in my face. Thank you. And to the moderation team who have been looking after Longship Discord and my dumbass simultaneously, despite me being such a mess. To Moose, Tal, Caffeine, Nova, thank you. Alright. Yeah, I know. But this is the thing, I'm one of those, like, if any of you were going through this, I would be like, take care of yourself, rest, don't worry about it, don't stress. But when it's me to myself, that is completely different. But yeah, tomorrow, whether we just end up building Gundams or talking about games industry stuff or what have you, it's going to be a really good day. So please come on by tomorrow. If you've got a Gundam kit or a model kit or even a crafting thing you've been wanting to work, dust it off, come join us, all right? But that's it from me tonight, friends. Yeah. Go hang out with whoever you'd like on twitch.tv. I am going to eat beans and then sleep. Have a lovely rest of your evening, friends. Good night. I'm still terrible at ending stream. Do you know other people have like an ending catchphrase? Like a thing they say at the end? I don't have that. Maybe we should work on that. I also hate leaving. Go figure. Go figure.